Hey guys, I'm Nick May from the Business Brush. Today we're going to be talking about building a great website. Stay tuned. So did you know that today is the best day to be in business for a small business owner? And the reason is we have this great thing called the World Wide Web. So lots of us have websites. I'm actually shocked at how many paint contractors don't have any kind of website at all. But today we're going to talk about what you should have on your website. A lot of paint contractors still need to build a website because they're just starting out their business. Now, the one thing I love about a website is that it is a 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, 365 days a year salesperson for you. And there are almost no limits to what we can do with our website. Now, a lot of people make the big mistake when they build a website of building it on a platform that really doesn't give you a lot of options. So it might sound great to build a Wix website or something that is just a plug and play, go online and put our information in, but it really limits you. It's going to handcuff you and not give you the great flexibility of what a website can. We recommend that you build a WordPress website, and there are lots of different options out there. And if you need help, my company iMay Media can actually help you build a website, and it doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars. But a WordPress website is going to give you great functionality. It's not super technical. It's a little bit more technical than like a Wix website, I'll be honest, but you can manage it yourself. You can add photos, add videos, add content. It's very, very simple. Now, one aspect of building a website that you really need to focus on is when you build it, it needs to be mobile first. Now, we've been talking for a long time about mobile friendly, as a lot of people have become aware that a lot of people search on their phones. Well, today I think the numbers are pretty close to about 60% or more of all traffic on websites are done on a mobile platform. And if your website is not mobile first, or at least mobile friendly, then you're going to be dinged first off by Google. And the second person you're going to be dinged by is your customer, because it's a horrible platform. It's a horrible user experience. We've all done that. We've gone to sites. I was on one just yesterday and I had to keep doing the pinchy thing or making it bigger so I could actually read the text. So you want to make sure that whatever website you build, it is mobile first. So the next thing we want to make sure is that it's very easy for potential customers to contact us. So that means putting your phone number big and very easy to find, or email us, or on our website we have this really great button right in the middle that says schedule your estimate today. Now, we've gone to the next step and we actually allow our customers to book online so they don't even have to call us. So think about that. Maybe when you have gone shopping, a lot of times for me, that's 9 o'clock at night. I can't necessarily call a contractor at 9 o'clock at night and schedule an appointment. So what I've done in the past is I send them an email and I hope and pray that somebody gets back to me. Believe me, there's definitely been the situation where I've emailed and I've never even heard back from them. So you want to make sure that your contact information is very easy to find. The next thing that you want to make sure is that your service area is very easy to find. So let's take the Chicagoland area for example, and let's say you only service the North Shore of Chicago, like Evanston or Gurnee. But I've gone to your website and I live in St. Charles, which is the far west suburbs. This is where I grew up, by the way. And so if I've gone to your website and I'm looking for a paint contractor for St. Charles, Illinois, then I would know not to contact you because that's going to be a waste of both of our time. So the next thing we want to do on our website is we want to make sure that we have useful and helpful content on our website. And that's going to be for two things. One, Google really likes it, so it's going to help you increase your Google rankings, and it's going to help that value proposition for your customers. So when your customers go and they find lots of great information, like on our website, you're going to find a whole area on cabinet painting and our process for cabinet painting. And so maybe you focus on exterior painting, and it'd be really great to have a couple of pages on your prep of the exterior, your warranty of the work that you do, what kinds of homes that you do. Do you do restoration work, or are you kind of more working in the suburbs and working on tract houses? So all that kind of information. What are problems that customers can have? What are different things that people want to watch out for? Is power washing a thing that you offer? Is it a service that your customers should be thinking about? All of these kinds of things are content that help your customer understand that you know what you're talking about. And another great way to add content to your website is through video, just like I'm doing today. And video doesn't have to be a big production. So let me tell you a story about the power of video on your website. A couple years ago, we had a customer that called my office. It was probably early summer, and she asked, "How far out are you guys booked?" The office told her, "Well, we're booked out 3-4 weeks." She said, "I'm busy right now. I'm going to call you back tomorrow to schedule an appointment." So then she called us a couple weeks later and asked the same question, "How far out are you guys booked?" And the office said, "We're booked out 6 or 8 weeks now." And she said, "Oh, can I give a $500 deposit and hold the next slot on your schedule while I wait for Nick to come out? Because otherwise it's going to be a couple more weeks after I get an estimate." So my office called me. I said, "That's fine, but just let her know it's non-refundable." And she was fine with that. So when I went out to talk to the customer to give her an estimate, I was very curious how she felt confident to give us money when she had never met me. Her response was, "Nick, I watched all of your videos on your website. I just felt like I knew you." So that's the power of video marketing, and it doesn't have to be super high produced. My first videos, I set up a camera in my living room, I get good audio, and I answered frequently asked questions from our customers. I let my personality come through, I joked around a little bit, and I was just authentic on video. And that's what can come through when you use video correctly. Another aspect of your website that you need to make sure that you have, it's essential, and that's social proof. And that can be a testimonial from a customer, it could be Google reviews, it could be awards that you've won. My painting company, Walls by Design, has won Best Paint Contractor in Colorado 3 years in a row by a local business magazine. So you better believe we promote that as much as we possibly can. But all of these things elevate that value proposition that we've talked about in other videos. So you need to make sure you have social proof as a component on your website. The last thing I'm going to talk about that you need to have on your website that a lot of guys do wrong is photos of completed work. Now, this can be very difficult because we're busy, right? We don't have time to go back and take really great pictures of our work, but it's worth its weight in gold. And what I see a lot of painting companies do, because it's easier, is they buy stock photography. And the reality is, customers know it. Customers know that it's stock photography, it's not your real work. Now, if you go to the Walls by Design website, you will see lots of photos that have been taken by professional photographers. And a bonus tip that you must have on your website is you need to have a great About Us page. Tell your story. Why are you unique? Don't have it just be all about your brand. Bring a personal touch to your website. So if you go to the Walls by Design website, you'll see a video that I did talking about my story. How did I get into painting? What makes us unique? All right, thanks for joining me today. Would you please give me a comment or a question down below about websites? And would you please subscribe to our channel here on YouTube? And would you please share this video on Instagram or on Facebook? Now, if you're interested in more business content so that you can grow your painting business, please take a listen to the Business Brush podcast, which you can find on iTunes and Stitcher and anywhere that podcasts can be downloaded. I'm Nick May from the Business Brush. Thanks for joining me today.